Hey there, everybody. I am King 5 meteorologist Leah Pizzetti. It is Saturday evening. It is just about 9 p.m. and I wanted to take a moment to talk about the forecast because boy, oh boy, do we have changes that are coming in the form of rain. I hope you enjoyed the start to your weekend. We are going to rain on your parade just a little bit. However, the good news with this rain is that a lot of it is going to fall during our overnight hours, so it should not rain on your Sunday plans too badly. Here is where the rain is sitting as of right now on this Saturday evening. It's starting to move in along the north coast of the Olympic Peninsula, and you can see it's very widespread in nature. That is going to roll through during our overnight hours. So the reality of the rain is most of it will fall when pretty much everybody's asleep, unless you're a very early morning riser on Sunday morning. So yes, we will see it tracking through overnight tonight, and it will pack a punch, but most of us will be asleep when we get hit by that punch. So here we are at 9 p.m. and there's where that rain is. Let's fast forward to about midnight on this Saturday night, and it becomes widespread across the Olympic Peninsula. This is going to be the time frame when the coast sees most of their rain. It then fills into Puget Sound in our early morning hours. This is 3:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. At this point, the coast starts to see some clearing. We see that widespread rain move all the way from Whatcom County down to that Oregon border, and this is when we're going to see the steady and most widespread impact for the lowlands. Then we will take a step forward a couple more hours. This is 6 a.m. here, and we will start to see some clearing around the lowlands. So before you've even woken up for your Sunday, most of the rain will be done. We will keep the rain over the Cascades at that point. So if you were trying to do any early morning pass travel, you may want to make it late morning because most of the rain will fall in those early morning hours. This is 8 a.m. here, and we see it starting to push over to the eastern slopes of the Cascades. We will see some showers lingering specifically around the convergence zone. A little bit of a convergence zone sets up tomorrow morning. So 8 a.m. right around that King-Snohomish County line, mostly into Snohomish County, will hold on to some showers. And that stays true into the afternoon. This is 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, and most of the rain is down. A few light sprinkles are still possible, but overall the clouds will start to clear. The sun will come out. It'll be actually a really nice Sunday afternoon for you. As far as accumulations are concerned, the coast will see the highest totals, as usually does when we see this pattern. We're looking at around an inch or so of rain for most of the coast. We could see some isolated higher totals, especially for the north coast. They're tapping into the rain earliest. They'll get the most moisture. For the lowlands, I would be, I'm thinking, I feel most confident in anywhere from about a quarter to a third of an inch of rain. This run is showing us around half an inch of rain possible, maybe closer to 3/4 of an inch. I think that's a little higher than what we typically see. This tends to overestimate just a little bit. So I'm thinking about a third of an inch of rain, give or take a little bit for most areas for rainfall totals. But like I said, most of that will fall while you are asleep. So your daytime hour breakdown for Sunday, there's that little bit of lingering rain in the morning, but there's that beautiful sunshine into the afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-60s during the afternoon hours, so it'll be a really nice day. We will see some blustery wind picking up as this front moves through. As of Saturday evening, wind has not started to pick up quite yet, but we will see that change here as that rain and that front moves through overnight. So breezy conditions. We're looking at gusts in the 25, maybe 30 mile per hour range overnight, and then into tomorrow in the afternoon, a little bit of a light breeze sticks around, but we'll actually keep a lot of that stronger wind in eastern Washington. It'll be a blustery day in eastern Washington, especially tomorrow afternoon. But one thing this is going to do is really help clear out that air quality. You see this gray color, it's kind of hard to see the shading here, but we do actually have a couple air quality alerts that are in place right now around the Olympics and also around the Cascades because of those fires that we've been keeping an eye on. These are set to expire here in really the next couple of hours because as that front moves through, it's going to push that air off to the east. It will help clear out our air quality. For the time being, we're expecting pretty good air quality for most areas. We could still see some moderate and maybe unhealthy for sensitive groups areas or around these areas over on the eastern slopes of the Cascades around Wenatchee and Chelan County. So good news for air quality. That is a lovely thing. And temperatures are going to stay pretty mild for us. For today, for Saturday, our daytime temperatures were right on track with normal for this time of the year. We are at the time of the year as our sun is starting to set earlier. We lose that daylight during the day, and that obviously is what warms our atmosphere. So a little bit less daylight goes a long way for temperatures. Average temperatures usually are right around the 70-degree marker, give or take, depending on the area. But Bellingham's average for this time of the year is 67 degrees, and that is what we hit today. Bellingham hit the bullseye for temperature. SeaTac was a little bit above, hit 73 degrees. Normal is 71 degrees. Olympia's average is also 71 and did hit the bullseye, observing 71 degrees on this Saturday. So Saturday's temperatures were right on track with normal. For the next couple of days, we're going to see a warm up. Sunday looks a little bit cooler, so a couple degrees cooler, but then we will slowly warm things up into midweek, getting into those mid 70s, so a little bit warmer than normal. Here's a look at our expected highs for Sunday, mostly in the 60s. A few areas could tap 70 degrees very lightly, mostly down to the south, but overall most of us won't even hit that 70-degree marker, so we'll be a little bit cooler than normal. That'll change on Monday. Actually, Monday once again will be a perfectly seasonal day. So if you liked Saturday, if you liked today, you're going to love Monday. It is going to be very similar in temperature and sky cover. It'll be really nice out there. We'll actually probably see still a little bit of nice air quality as well too. But as a ridge of high pressure starts to build, we'll probably see our air quality start to deplete and diminish into the next couple of days. And of course, we're ringing in the new season Monday, less than 2 days out. We have one more full day of summer on Sunday, and then Monday is when the fall equinox officially falls. No pun intended. Maybe I did intend that. Let's take a look back on this year so far, and the summer specifically is when we hit a lot of these milestones. 80-degree days, typically on average at SeaTac, we see 28 days at or warmer than 80 degrees. That is an average of all the years we have on record, which stems back to 1945. So typically we hit 80 degrees 28 times. This year we've done 34 times so far. So yes, above average, but not that far. We're not looking at necessarily record-breaking thresholds for 80-degree days. 90-degree days. We have hit 90 degrees 8 times so far this calendar year. Normal is 3 times. I believe we're tied for either 4th or 5th for most 90-degree days. So yeah, okay, up there, but still not that terrible as far as records are concerned. We have yet to, and I don't think we will, hit the 95-degree marker. However, we did see 94 degrees one time. We saw 94-degree reading in the month of July. So that was the closest we got to 95 degrees, and that is the warmest we have been so far this calendar year, was 94 degrees at SeaTac. And obviously, of course, no 100-degree days as well. So that is a look back as we look forward and welcome in the new season. I would not be surprised if we're done with 80-degree days, or at least mid to upper 80s. We hit that 91-degree reading this last week. I think we're done there. So 70s is likely where we'll coast for the next couple of weeks. Perfect timing because yes, on Monday it is the start of fall and it will feel like it. Monday's that perfectly seasonal day before we warm things up a little bit into midweek into mid 70s. Friday, Saturday will increase a little bit of moisture. We do have the potential for some light showers. It's looking very light at this point. We'll keep an eye on that, fine tune it as we get a little bit closer. And of course, the big story of tonight is that rain that is moving in tonight. I didn't even put our rain icon on our day for tomorrow because overall tomorrow will be a dry day. It's just that early morning rain that we want you to keep an eye on. So that was a look at your forecast. Please be sure to stay with the King 5 weather team as we bring you the very latest and enjoy your final weekend of summer, your final full day of summer tomorrow. It's looking like it'll be a nice one, at least in the afternoon.